For today's Family Activity Friday, we are going to be making Princess Tiana's famous beignets. So, let's get ready to bake. Before I like to do anything when I bake, I put my hair up so that my hair doesn't get in the food. Okay, now that my hair's up, I'm going to get my apron. Now that I have my apron on and my hair is up, I'm going to wash my hands. I'm going to put the list of ingredients in the recipe right here. So if you want to have it, just pause the video and you'll be good to go. So for our ingredients, we have warm water, sugar, active yeast, eggs, buttermilk, butter, vanilla, salt, milk, flour, and icing sugar. Start by adding your water, your yeast, and your sugar into one bowl, and whisk it all up. Once it's whisked, you set a timer for 10 minutes, and you let it sit. Once it's all frothy, you can start mixing the other ingredients. Here I am setting my temperature to 200 degrees in the oven. Now I'm adding parchment paper to 3 pans. Now I'm adding the eggs, the buttermilk, the vanilla, the butter, and the salt into one bowl mixed with the other liquids. And I'm whisking it up. Once it's all whisked up, you can start adding flour. Just add little bits at a time so that it's easier to stir. Eventually, you'll need to start using your hands because it'll get too thick for the spoon. Before you start mixing with your hands, make sure you wash them first, getting them nice and cleaned. Once it's formed in a big ball, you can turn off the oven and put a greased bowl with the dough in it into the oven to let it rise. Make sure you have a parent's help because you need to drape a cloth over it. Once it's draped, you can put it in the oven. Once your timer is set for 20 minutes, you put it in the oven, but you leave the oven door open just a little bit. Once your 20 minutes are over, you can take it out to start forming our shapes. Before we form our shapes, we need to set our oven to 200 degrees again. Now I'm going to put flour on my counter surface, and then I'm going to put the ball of dough on it. Once the ball of dough is there, you're going to roll it out with a rolling pin or something like that, whatever you can find. And you're going to make sure that they are 1/4 of an inch thick, which is the size of your pinky nail. Now I'm going to start to cut them into squares. I'm just using a pizza roller, but you can use a knife or whatever you need. Now I'm starting to put them on the trays. I know I have 3 trays out, but they ended up fitting on 2, so just fit however many you can. Now I'm going to put them in the oven just like we did before, leaving it open a little bit to let them rise for 20 minutes. Wow, look at them rise. Now that they've risen, we are going to set the oven again, but this time we're setting it to 375. Next, we are going to dust the top with some milk. If they're all dusted, they are going to go back into the oven for 10 to 12 minutes. And just like that, all of your hard work is paid off for your beautiful beignets. The last step is putting some melted butter onto the tops, and then you're going to add some icing sugar. Thanks for baking with me, everyone!